this is Grace Pamela at summerana.com, and I am showing you the preview and tutorial on how to use confetti overlays available at summerana.com. Okay, so I have a few images I'm going to show you how to use the confetti overlays. As you can see, one here. There's a couple different ways that you can apply them. You could either apply them manually by dragging them, going to File, Open, and then open your file and then drag it on top of your image. And then all you do is you change the confetti overlay, because you'll see that it's all black, to screen. So you see the different blending modes here. And then you change it to screen here and it will do this. But if you download the actions that come with the confetti overlay, you'll see that it kind of does it all for you by just going along with it. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these, and I'll show you how to use the actions to edit your image. So one of the first things you can do, if you would like, is to use confetti prep. What this does is it makes it pop a little more if you want it to. So you press play and then continue, and then you grab a brush. I like to use a nice soft one, and I'm just going to make this smaller so I can see it a little better. And you can change the opacity of this brush however you like. And you want to use a white paintbrush because you'll be painting on black. So right now it's hidden. So if you use a white paintbrush, it will reveal. So you'll see here, I'm going to go ahead and paint it on really quick to show you, and then you'll see that there's white. So that's revealing the effect, which is this one right here. Okay, so I'm just going to do a really quick job of this. I'm not going to make it perfect here, just so I can show you how it works. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that. If you press the backsplash key on your keyboard, you can kind of see where you painted or where you didn't, in case you wanted to, in case you missed a few spots, you can go ahead and fix it. Okay, and then also if you make a mistake or you accidentally paint over something, then you can go ahead and switch to black and you can bring it back. Okay, so once you have your confetti prep on, you can also go ahead and adjust the opacity if you would like, to make it darker or lighter or whatever you prefer. Totally up to you. And that's how you do that. You can also apply this after you've already applied your confetti. So that way you can just apply your confetti and then decide afterwards if something's not popping right, then you can go ahead and use it for underneath the confetti. Okay, so your next step would be applying your confetti. Just press continue. And here I already have them uploaded and how I want them, but you will have to go into your computer to where you actually downloaded and unzipped the overlays. So it won't just pop up like this. You have to go into your computer. That's one of the biggest confusions we get when we do a video tutorial like this. They're like, mine didn't pop up. What am I doing wrong? It's just because I have it set up this way, because otherwise I'll have to be going through my whole computer and it's never really fun. Okay, so you can go ahead and decide which confetti you would like and select place. Now you will have to resize it to fit your image. You can see I have this locked up here that holds the proportions for the image. Otherwise, you can also hold down the shift key and that will also do that. Once you have it where you want it, again, you'll see that it's black. Just press the check mark and the action will fix it for you. Right away, it will select your brush and your black brush, and it will select your white layer mask, so you can go ahead and erase where you don't want it. For this, I kind of like to use a hard brush just to make sure I get it all. Okay, because I want this to look real, like it's being thrown in front of her, I will leave some on her. I just will take it off the main parts of her face, or if it's kind of see-through, you can go ahead and erase that, or you can use more confetti prep if you need to. Also, another way that you can make it more bright is if you duplicate it. So you right-click and duplicate your layer here, select OK, and that would also make it brighter. We don't want it that bright on this image, In fact, it's a little too bright, I think. So you can go down to the other actions to kind of edit it. Okay, so here you can resize and rotate, press play, and it will bring this back up again to resize or rotate, and press the check mark up here. And then you can also flip it, rotate it. You can also change the perspective. And as I'm working here, you'll see that I have this clicked. You can't click the layer mask or another part of it. You have to actually have your confetti layer selected in order for it to play on the correct layer. Otherwise it will try completely doing something else. So perspective might be nice for depending on where you want your confetti thrown from. So if it's thrown from, if you want it more like this, like it's being thrown at her, then you can do that. If you want it more, you know, you can kind of play with it depending on your image, and then select the check mark. When you have it in place, I'm not going to get too into it. Okay, so you can also warp it. Press continue. This is not available in PSE, only for PS. So you can completely warp it how you want it. And then now here you can actually edit your confetti. So you can brighten. And here you have an attached, a clipping mask that's clipped to, you have a action that's clipped to your confetti. So if you press this I, it will hide it. So if you click up here, you can edit it. So you can increase the opacity to make it brighter, if you choose to. If you don't want it, again, you can just press the I. And then you can also darken, which I will do for this image. And now, for some reason, it unclipped. So if that ever happens, because sometimes that happens when you have too much going on, just right-click and select Create Clipping Mask, and it'll attach it right back on. Otherwise, if you're just doing one or the other, it should work just fine. But just in case that happens. Okay, so again, you can click it, and when it's clipped down to this layer, that means it will only apply itself to that layer. If it's unclipped, as you saw earlier, the whole image was dark, it will make the whole entire image, everything underneath it, dark. So I have it clipped, and now I can click the layer, and I can adjust how dark or light I want it. So I'm just going to darken it a bit. Okay, you can also blur your confetti. Again, you have to click the actual confetti layer, and it will blur it for you. Just press play. If you don't like it, you can always go into your history and go back. Otherwise, you can also go to edit and undo. Okay, so you can also do motion blur, and you can also change the confetti color. Press continue, continue, and then you can select a color in your image, or you can select around in the color picker box, whichever you prefer. I'm just gonna select kind of a tannish color here. If you want silver, you just go down to black and it would change it to silver for you. Okay, that looks good to me. And then you can also brush on. So let's say, I'm gonna go ahead and press play. Let's say I want 2 different colors. Then you can select a different color. So let's say I want some pink in there. I'm gonna press OK. Because this is already, whatever color is on top is gonna be kind of the dominant color. So if you want pink and this color, you can go ahead and bring it above that color. So that way it'll color over that color. So here you can see it, we're able to change it. But if we put it underneath, then this color will be on top. And if you guys ever have any trouble with anything, or you're confused about any parts, you can always message us at any time at support@samarana.com, and we are always happy to help. Okay, again, you can change the opacity, you can change the color. Again, if you don't like it, you can double click this color picker box here and you can pick a different color completely. Okay, so just an example. And you can also add more color. So again, you click your confetti overlay here, and then it will add more color if you'd like it. And if you want more color on top of the other color, again, you can drag it above it, and you'll see that it's adding more color to this. So it's all about layers, knowing how layers work. And that's kind of why I'm explaining how to put things in order, because the layer on top will trump all. So you want to make sure that you have, like, if you want more color on just this tan color, but not the blue, then you can put it down here. But if you want the blue to have more color also, you can bring it above the blue. So I just wanted to explain that. Just in case you want to have a little more creative control over your image. That's the best way to do it, is to learn how each layer and each action and everything works all together. Okay, so after that you have your tools. You can make a snapshot, make a new reveal all layer, which is the white layer, or hide all layer, which is black. You can zoom in, zoom out, full screen, flatten image, resize for the web sharpening happily ever after. Okay, so here is our before and after. It's really easy and fun to play with. I'm gonna show you another one here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply confetti layer. Press play and continue. I'm gonna select number 9, and again I'm going to adjust here. Select the check mark here and press continue. So here we have our stars. I just wanted to show you kind of the different kinds of confetti overlays we have also. So you can see the different kinds. This one's more of a whimsical light kind, and this is more of a hard actual like confetti that you blow kind of thing. Okay, so here's another one. I wanted to show you how the confetti prep would also help with lighter images, because sometimes it doesn't always show right. Okay, so continue. I'm gonna choose 26 here. This one's kind of a more whimsical one, which is perfect for when you are at a fair. Press continue. Okay, so now you can see it's kind of not showing as well. So again, you can either duplicate to get it to the, how bright you want it so it shows better, or you can duplicate and use confetti prep, or just use confetti prep, completely up to you. So press continue. It's going to bring it down below that star layer because you don't want to make your star layer darker. Okay, so it's a black layer mask. I have my brush selected. This time I'm going to use a soft brush so it's not so harsh, otherwise you'll get the hard lines. And I have a white one. So you can go ahead and paint on that effect. So this way it is darker. And don't worry if you get it on her, you can go back and get it off of her again, and I'll show you how we can blend that a little better. Okay, so now you can see your confetti a lot better. So this is before and after, and again you can adjust the opacity completely and how you want it. Now I'm going to use a black color to get it off of her completely. Another thing you can do to make it blend more is you can change the opacity to around 25 or so. Make it big around her, and then just kind of make it brighter just around her so it blends a little more, so it's not so harsh. So there we have our before and after with that one. And that is all of the ones that I wanted to show you. Okay, so we have this one, and this one, the ones that I want to show you. And then these are just some other images that were also edited the same way that I just showed you. It works for all different kinds of images. They're a lot of fun to play with. I think that's all that I wanted to show you. Again, if you have any questions at all, this is Photoshop. I'm going to show you Photoshop elements on one image. So again, this is Photoshop. If you have any questions at all, just let me know and I will be able to help you. Okay, so this is Photoshop Elements 11. Pretty much all the software for PSE is pretty much the same. It might be a little bit different in where like your brushes are. It all just depends. Okay, so we have our actions here. They are all pretty much the same, except it's missing, I think, like 2, because Photoshop Elements isn't as powerful as the regular Photoshop. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it. It's all the same, but I'm just going to show you just in case. I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. I'm going to drag it and you can move it around. And down here you will see the constraint proportions is right here, so you can check it or uncheck it. And then the check mark for after selecting how big it is right here. And then press continue. So here we have our overlay here, and the rest is all pretty much the same. You can change the perspective. Oh, I didn't select my layer. You want to actually select the confetti layer there. Okay, if it's not showing the box like right here, I think you can just click it or just go out more. I know I did it before. Okay, yeah, you can just move it. So you click it, see now it's showing the box, before it wasn't. So in case that happened to you, just click it and move it around and then it should show up. Okay, so again, you can move the corners out or in or however you want your confetti to look. And then the check mark is down here. Okay, so selecting our confetti layer here, you can go ahead and brighten. This is all the exact same. The opacity of the layer is right here. And you can right click to release clipping mask or create the clipping mask. So that way you know how to do it in PSE also, in case you need to know how to do that. And here's the eye to disable the layer if you don't want it. If you don't want the layer also, you can just drag it up to the trash box there. Okay, so you can darken, blur, motion blur, you can change the color. And this works pretty much the same. You can choose around in your image for a color you like. If you want gray, you can go to black, or you can move around in your color picker box. Select OK. And again, also, if you want to get rid of the confetti, you can just select here, select the brush, select a black color, and then you can remove any confetti that you don't want. Another thing, if you don't want to, the fun thing about confetti also is you can, I'm going to go ahead and right click and merge down so the color still applies there. The other thing you can do also is you can apply more than one confetti to add more and more and more. And you can also flip and rotate them. So let's say if you wanted another one of these, you can apply it again and then flip it, and it'll be almost like a whole different one. Another thing you can do also is, I'm going to select my lasso tool here, and I'm on my thing here. So let's say I'm going to paint back some of, oops, sorry, right in the layer mask. Okay, so let's say I wanted those 2 stars, but I didn't want to erase them, so I still want them in my image. Another thing you can do is you can move them around. So what you do is you click your actual confetti layer here, use your lasso tool or another tool, right click, free transform, and you can move it around. So that way you can still have that in your image. That's another thing you can do with your confetti overlays. Okay, so that's another thing you can do, and again you can add more color and also use the tools down here. So I think I pretty much covered everything. If you have any questions at all for PSE or PS, let me know. And that same, the lasso tool thing where I moved the star confetti to a different spot in the image, you can also do that in PS as well. Okay, so I think I covered everything. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm so excited about these confetti overlays, and we are looking forward to seeing how you guys use them. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.